Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hello. Plantain, unlocking its importance and maximizing the value added chain. Plantain, unlocking its importance and maximizing the value added chain. Medin de bɔɔdeɛ, me maame wo me bebrebe. Me nua panin de apentum. Deɛ odi n'akyi yɛfrɛ no apem. Onua a ɔtɔ soɔ yɛfrɛ no oniaba. Yɛn nua ketewa yɛfrɛ no kaamenko. Eduru baabi a yɛtaa wo yɛn ntaa nti yɛfrɛ no abasa. Ɛbɔ ntaaho. Sɛ wofa yɛn a wafa adepa. Ɛfiri sɛ yɛde yɛyɛ nneɛma bebrebe. Gyegye yɛ so na yɛma ɛkɔm ne ofie da. Yɛn ɛne yɛfrɛ wɔn yɛ bɔɔdeɛ no. Yɛn ɛne yɛfrɛ bɔɔdeɛ no. Asantefoɔ ni yɛn. Obiara wate yɛn ka danso so no, n'ani gye yɛn ho. Yɛduane deɛ, yɛde nneɛma bebrebe. Ebi ɛyɛ deɛ yɛpɛ sɛ yɛde kyerɛ mo sɛ ɛnnɛ yɛn nso so yɛyɛ aduane a yɛduane ne yɛduane pa. Abusuafoɔ, yɛma mo nyinaa akɔ aba. Yɛma mo akɔ aba ɛwɔ anigyeɛ mu sɛ ahyɛase na modi nkan ɛbɛhyia koraa yɛnya ahyɛaseɛ nti momfa nkyɛn sɛ yɛahyɛaseɛ late dɛ na yɛyɛ nneɛma kakra bi ɛwɔ kyerɛ ɛfa me so nti momfa nkyɛn mmea memfo nso. Yɛma Mr. Felix akɔ aba. Yɛma mo atiefo a mo ne yɛn mpere biara no ɛsɛ wɔ sɛ dam akoma so nso akɔ aba. Nyame nhyira mo ɛwɔ ɔdɔ ɛne anigye a mowɔ. Na ɛnɛ da yi yɛbɛkasa fa bɔɔdeɛ ho ɛyɛ plantain. Na yɛka plantain a yɛkɔ yɛn kurom a ɛyɛ delicacy bebrebe ɛna ɛyɛ dɛ ɛwɔ hɔ. Na ɛnɛ mepɛ sɛ meyi mo akɔnnɔ. Mepɛ sɛ meyi mo akɔnnɔ ɛbi sɛ anyɛ ne sɛ anyɛ yie. Nti ɛnɛ mepɛ sɛ mede mo fa biribi te sɛ nnuane wei sei na yɛhwɛ sɛ mo ani gye ho anaasɛ mo ani nye ho. Na yɛhu kwan a yɛbɛfa so a yɛbɛma bɔdeɛ yɛtima bɛyɛ adepa bi ɛwɔ yɛ kurom. Ade nti na mekasa sɛ because da biara ne deɛ ani akɔto amanɔnefoɔ aduane so. Na abɛhwɛ nnuane yi a mede bɛkyerɛ wo yi a sɛdeɛ kasa fa abankyene ho no ɛnyɛ sɛ afei ne bɛkyerɛ wo sɛ yɛkɔdua ne sɛ yɛdua ne sɛ ne mmom yɛpɛ sɛ yɛte nneɛma bi ase 360 degrees. Nti yɛbɛto yɛn nsa frɛ yɛn senior. Mr. Felix mpakyɛw akɔ aba.
Yo, Mr. Charles, Michelle bias meje so.
Megye sɛ wo yɛn abɔkɔɔ nso.
Oh, yami adom, bibi abɔkɔɔ.
Yɛda nyame ase. Senior, ɛnɛ deɛ yɛsɛ yɛpɛ sɛ yɛkasa fa plantain ho, unlocking its important. Sɛdeɛ last week wodi fa cassava no. Abusuafoɔ sɛ moyɛ yɛ adom na nka mobɛtumi ahyɛ link no so ama all the platform no so ama yɛ a. Sɛ ɛnɛ no the first time so na ade abɛhyia yɛ ɛstrɔ sɛ yɛ adom na subscribe ma yɛ. Na share link no so na join the SOS. Yɛda wase. The senior, unlocking plantain its importance and maximizing value added chain. Mpacho yetie o.
Yo, meda obi ase, meda etiefo so ase sɛ da bia mo ebetie. I'm say last week ye kasa fa banche ho. Na ye kyerɛkyerɛ mu ɛkwan a ye betumi afa banche. Na ye change no into various format ye betumi use. Na ye kyerɛkyerɛ the production practices. You say talk about value chain, no say okay, I can say the value chain no it starts from the onset of production and then to the time it will get to the table. Now that process is and is part of the value chain. Once again, no, the best CFE the production practices. Now area you're talking about some of the things are able to me at the plantain. Now, I'm say plantain is a very common plant. So washa in Ghana, no, most villages and I say most houses, they have one or two plantains in their backyard. So washa ibo hokrana, they don't intentionally plant it. So plantain is na na ifide amakucha na nkitwa no aba up. So we don't intentionally plant it, especially in the backyard. But say open say we agribusiness, and as open say we go into plantain production, and then you have to intentionally plan as to how open say farming no echo. Moreover, no, say if you are entering into business, regardless of whatever business you are entering into, you want to make sure say you understand the reason behind what you want to do. The plantain, ukudiano, what are you going to do with it? So that is the first thing you have to think about. Is it just for the food or for something different? Until say, yeah, you send your money now. I will talk about few things farmers need to know, especially if you are green to farming, you don't really understand what farming is, or you have not entered into any type of farming before. Because of that, measure and kankakra now you build it up in the area. Like I said, some of the uses are to the plantain. Plantain and no. It grows in it's a tropical plant. So most areas in Ghana no over to me adria plantain if the temperature is around 28 degrees Celsius, and I say between 16 to about 28 degrees Celsius, I go to me adria plantain. Now, one thing I'll say at Yasin is that plantain is a pain super. So baby I would be a plantain be and make sure say you have access to water. So unfortunately, say insurance, then you will be able to irrigate it. So what your plantain and gasane stack no nani branches, nani leaves, nadina is made up of almost about 90% of water. Until you want to make sure say or irrigation source in case there's drought, then at least you have that. Plantain is also very, very sensitive or susceptible to wind. So from up they can easily fall out. I think there was one video and I said pictures via Michelle and it was very sad. It was a plantation field, a very huge one. In from my boy and now we are doing a crap plantain in egufem. So intina we advocate say plantain and make sure say you have some kind of other things in there, not just the plantain alone. You can do mixed farming to include something that can serve as a windbreak, and we'll talk about that. So, and plantain will also grow best in deep soil that is well drained, has organic, a lot of organic matters in there. So, over selected site, just make sure that the site you are selecting, the plant has full exposure to sunlight. Now, it is not shaded from a lot of things. So, your soil is friable. It's not very, very slopey or very, very hilly or very, very mountainous. So, and then also make sure that you are using organic fertilizers, like I said, to improve the structure of the soil. Plantain can be grown together with other types of crops. We all know, especially so we a cocoa farmer. We to me the plantain is a simbe. So we are friend then we even with cocoyam. So cocoyam does well under cocoa plant. Into no to me at the end also I then at the afra. The cocoyam really what they call it plantain really does well with plants that are very compatible. I'll go to me at the Apart from that, there are other crops apart from the cocoyam and cocoa and other things. There are other plants that will to me are incorporated, especially those plants it likes a little bit of shade. So ubedua, we have what we call plant density. The plant density depends. What it means is if you have an acre of land, how many plants can you have on that field? So however, the density will depend on the soil that you have, the quality of the soil, your climate condition, and then also the type of cultivars, and I said the type of variety that you are using. So if you want to enter into monoculture, I mean just planting the plantain alone without any other type of crops. So if you want to enter into that type of farming, then you are looking about between 3 by 2 meters or 2 by 2 meters, and that will give you about close to about 1,600 to 2,500 plants per hectare. So now, if we are doing mixed farming, all the in Biaba, Kakra, the Befrefra, other things Befrefra, then you want to space it out a little bit. So with mine about 4 by 4 meters or 4 by 2 meters. So that the other plants are Udriano will do well. So now plant pit, semifan say ukudria. So you use a lot of suckers when it comes to plantain. We don't use seeds. The seeds are not they are not viable. You can't use seeds to plant. So most of the time we use the suckers or we use the explant to grow. Intino say uko faba. So normally no uko friend we'll talk about it, but uko maybe research centers no akoto suckers no. Ukotoba depending upon the size of the circuit, the planting depth should be about 40 centimeters by 40 centimeters by 40 centimeters. So that is good. You don't want it too shallow, and you don't want it too deep. So that is something. So we'll make it sure. So yes, I say we are too shallow. And from our boy, now. So until at least 40 centimeters deep is good for the suckers now over a plantain. And while planting, you want to make sure that the bottom of the pit does not fill with water. Okay, you can mix compost with other soil, but make sure that the under is not very, 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 very watery. Okay, that is very important. Yes, it can, especially if it is not treated, fungal diseases can start springing up. So, keep that also in mind. Good growth in the first 3 to 4 months guarantees good productivity. And you want to make sure, between the 3 to 4 months, you are really, really taking care of the plant. You are controlling all diseases, and you are also controlling weeds. So, weed, like we said, within the first 6 months, make sure you are using, if you are not a chemical person, okay, you are using, nowadays we have easy, especially if we are keeping 3 to 4 centimeters, 4 by 4 meters or 3 by 3 meters. You can use machines to clean under your plantain. So on that makes it very easy. But say we need machines now, say we use cutlass and I say we use herbicide the sprayer, that is fine, but I don't recommend using herbicide. You can use simple machines to clean under the plant. That is when it is about the first 6 months. Say in year again, because of the shade in Intino, and there will be a much problem with what do you call it, with weeds. Okay, you can use some form of support. Say Oceana say very strong. It has a very strong wind in the area. You can use some form of support to secure them. So to secure them till they are able to take root. Okay. And then time some of the leaves will become old. To make sure so every time you go in, you remove any old dry leaves that will be hanging around. So make sure so you do not cut the green leaves as they are essential for ripening the branches. And then approximately 2 to 3 months after harvesting, remove all remaining shooter field in this. So now and then after that, we'll making sure so we're pruning the suckers. The pruning of the suckers will involve so we'll remove all the shoot that appear around the base of the plant in order to reduce competition during the initial growth phase. So, and then after the plant has started flowering, you keep the strongest suckers. So that is best placed in line with the plantation growth. Those are the ones we're making sure so we use for the next growing season. I mean, so we feel if it is very good in fertility, if it is very fertile in terms of the way you use organic matter be and as the way you use manual be there spray all your field that you don't need to apply any synthetic fertilizers. So, but if that is not the case, then you will need to apply fertilizers, of course, depending upon if you have done soil analysis, so you know what your field need, and then you apply it accordingly. So there are a lot of diseases and pests also we take into consideration. Okay, I'm not going to talk much about it, but there's what we call banana weevil. Banana weevil, banana and plantain belong to the same family, right? And we have what we call banana weevil. The larva is very, very destructive. Control. Then we have the Sigatoga disease. That one is a leaf spot disease. It's caused by fungi, and that grows on the plantain leaves. It's or friend fungal disease. You can control it. You just spray fungicide to control that plant. And then we have these nematodes. The nematodes, they are worms, like a microscopic worm. They are very, very small. They penetrate and reproduce in the root of the plant. Plant needs to but not a. So between us and I say a probi and I say I rough be those nematodes na a hydrin. And then we have some viral disease behind this bit to me affected plant. So in all, make sure say you are treating the plant with some chemicals and also some recommended organic ways a bit to me keeping the field in good sanitation, never preventing all those things from occurring. It is a really remember about some of the uses. So some of the uses. But before then, let me say, plantain suckers. Again, don't just go to any field at all and get any plant. There are plantain suckers producers, and that's eggplant producers. They are specialized in producing certified, clean, disease-free plant. You want to look for those stations. So prepare one South Suckers. We have a way of doing it. Maybe later on we will talk about how to propagate your suckers, how to increase the number of your suckers. We can talk about that. But the common one say, cut the suckers into pieces. Now the fungicide and insecticides, or they are fra. So now we're dry in the sun, so that if there is any disease we are now prevent it. And so now why then would are nursery. Now we raise your nursery. Now say to a certain level, then you take it to the field. I'm say brother Charles had the number be to ho. So I am uncle knows Andrea over business here. So, but let me go on into some of the uses. Well, we have the boiled. It's a way plantain. We have the boiled one. You can boil it, you can fry it, or you can roast it. Such as the not to the boiled one. You can fry it, or you can roast it. So these are the three areas. Mr. Charles, that to who said that is one use of plantain, and this is very common. This is very common. So now, omo edi fufu no so no, omo to me use edit fra fufu no. So when they are pounding their fufu, and then also you can use it as plantain chips. Plantain chips is very, very common. It has taken root in many areas. Of course, stores beer, plantain chips is becoming very common. Near the porridge. Our friend plantain porridge.
Dabio.
So
Wow.
the mashed green plantains are cooked into porridges. So over to me, enye bisa. Na yewo ebi mu wɔ hɔ koraa so na the plantain ankasa no ɔmo twitwa nte sɛ potato na ɔmo de ayɛ soup. So ɔmo twitwa egu soup ni. So ɛno so ɛwɔ hɔ saa. Na the flour production, say you will be also turn into flour. And they are very common. Over to me, are dry now one yam. So dry, now dry and fine, and then you grind it into a powder form. You can use it in any way that you want to use it. Before I talk about some other uses, said the plantain peels itself is used in animal feed. So the waste, like the stems, the leaves, can also be used in what they call it in animal feed. But one thing I knew online some time ago, wouldn't say there was this hairdresser that was using the plantain sucker to prepare what they call it wig, the woman hair. So that's when I saw it, I was very impressed. That is an innovative way of converting. That is part of the value chain. So the plantain sucker itself is not waste. You can convert it into several uses. Alcohol production is there. Starch extract is also there. There are research that is exploring how to use the fiber and starches for other biodegradable materials. That is also in use. And then also, plantain angasano, the leaves, I don't know, but those time, no, now you use plantain leaves for packaging.
Intel. Intel near your friend, your Intel, and I did ye cocoy. Okay.
So, yeah, but the bottom line is it's a very good packaging material.
Yeah.
But I said those time na go farm no bo huna ye twa na ye de asaho. Ye nua aduane ane idea na ye hwie gu so. So it is a very good packaging material way to me a use in that order. Now, normally plantain is used in fufu in West Africa. We boil it and we pound it with cassava. That's what I was saying. Cassava always goes with plantain. So into and also ewo. Ebi musu use na smoothies or juices. Smoothie, puddings. To me, I am an break normal turning into pudding. So, the feeding color because it contains a lot of iron, right? Plantain contains a lot of iron and other micro and macro minerals. Who converting it into data, it really really good for the kids when you use it in their diet. So there are other things I become once, but maybe see her in case that's a good question there. It become once na go for so let me a baby. That's
Yeah. Senior, that's senior minstrel. Na me de to ebusianfo yedamose na emoma aba so and odo ne energy a brevi amrita so shechi videos from bebrebe na yaye de gupe bia no ye obi ho and ano and then 3 days at say no me de go to the end to ho obi hu ye na energy was ohwe was me so me hye me de ase nti just to say bibi bia pese wo ye bia no for agriculture way ho na say business way no somewhere some way no obi aye bia owo esewehia obetimi aboa wo nti mamon tram entwetwe mo na ase na mo hwɛ sɛ mo so mba be prepare na mo ahya ase because every time bia wo waste bia no time wo ankasa no wo pay the price. Yes, men prepare unko to enko ya ade ya wonte ase but men twense wo pese o perfect and somewhere wash ase na bibia nso pese ye bia nso mo mahwɛ ne yempe hunim de enu ntina ye senior watwere book a watwere fa ho sustainable agriculture no okwa Amazon na ho ma post no ye Facebook page ho ye WhatsApp community no so ma post no ma share no other platforms so business path for a business mindset 1 and 2 ni nyina na ade no momo modern say mo behwe na mo bekwa kopebie because when you know what you are doing the price to pay no for some errors no less and one thing that we have to know is say when life asks you a question and you don't know the answer no there is a price to pay, which is the price of ignorance. Yes, be atimidio, but san is it in moment say every bia no yebehwe na ye continuous learning. Esua de wo bibia sector bi epese egrem bia no. Obi ni obi kire, maybe na me ade wo ABC, ebia no so yade 1 2 3. Ye kan ho bomu a eno na etimi make effort me de ko enim no. Wo hwe fufuo yi a fufuo no fufuo but nya de ba ko pe na nya bode no fufuo no nko na da ho. Enam ka ho ensio ye de ensio ka ho ye de nyaadoa ye de enyema bebere aponchi nam ka ho enti sanso na to make Ghana Ghana a better a country no bibia obia nhya se nye bibia opeso betima aye me de link na to wo a opese wo kwehye bi busa fa bode no so no otimi bebusa na enyam prepi se da bia so no ye bekwakoto asase na ye betimi so ape 2 or 3 ways ye betimi so ede ewuram as a agribusiness. One of it ye link buyers any producers nti ukọ bebi te say agugu ele mu a ohia information me metimi de ama ukọ ho a yeduru bode ba sei na eho bode omfanye hwe ukọ western region so a nkrobe miira me nsa bi so no ukọ so bode so no an ho adwuma na me de omoye se no so ko a ubetimi akopɛ 2 or 3 farmers na guess every week bia na every month bia me ba be bode e de akwa akra or before that so akwa akra akoko hwe omom tonton bode no e bia na afekwa do bi be hye ne de ase e bi kwa na obi kwa so e choba wonu makodi nkomo so mu hia bode a nti ukofa bode ba wo de tike mo de abra omo no age usika na wate wo de na wate wo loro fe na bia na wo de ko elim kakra enti wo bo sika no obetima akwakoto wo land na so anka so wadua wo de bi but before so obedua bi no obetima use this type of business no aye between with them no aye the network obetim so peka abobo ya o de akoba bia cargo no kofa free ba no o de begu a won atam agu abobo ya na de market na de come market le woman no and so another thing ti me sremo da ye gi bibi say ya mo ma ye mfa ye ni nto capital kesie bia So we share plantain farm here over here. We say we share plantain farm here. Yeah, we share here sikakesi because when any only plantain was high irrigation was here. Meaning say opel open opesio one de plantain na no dey obe produce. And this me no me dey ka se sha se fiti preko preko sa hye se dey dia. And ye de bia na be twen se benya capital. And although climate change is in no enema bebrebe ahadwen for let me say and then no dua de na dey so twen nsuo no eba sei na wobetimi so aye kakra bi one plot okra na wobetimi dua so bode sa bre ne nsuo na hye ase totototo kakra na wodua e good serebe ya nsuo betogu so na nya ne hini nti nya ne hini na se beduru be August rekwa na se nsuo nte kokra na wo ye okay bode na emu but yen kudua bode opebre abra woni irrigation nti wo nyina ye niam bi ahihia se obenya capital kese bia mama ma ye fa capital nko anye ye point bi a e hold you back and let me post to there bi na me kire se the starting point no ene madodo na ya na yetigu no bibia ye hu bia no ye hu no fefefe ye ni bre ye ni gisi ebeye but the starting point no e honi ni problem no because me no yeti wo no ye ade atum ye comfort zone the moment ye be say hye bibia se no that means say o say dey ye hye bibi ye lift ye ho free ye comfort zone no e honi ni asem no but the moment na be hye ase na e momentum no e ho na na say bibia na hye ase na fe na e kakra ti say dey what bongres so wo do obi tra one ni bongres ye san ne kan di so dey frɛ no ya bobo wi a na de obi asi so na ye pia na ya kopia de akokosi soro na watra so na afa ye je omu ene uwi a na wo driver so wan hwe ya na de wuram na de wuram e de wo katawo se emuntum so na se emuntum enti sa na sitie the starting point na ene ni asem nemom se wuduru sate ayi ba bi a eno speed ni ba mu dia oni program bi ti kakra metima kan se ya monka se we na ye no ehia capital to the sense say untimi start you have to start sine kakra metima aka no enuane no so de ye medibi ba what the open bibia na betima nya bia ma aduane no ma me ya na also peto ma ya o ka se o peto nti eto no na media ba no nti se de da senior we ba cho be se busa o apem ni oni aba no eye particular difference bi wo mu na se eye hybrid nti de benya oni aba no
varieties.
okay.
So, and those varieties no have unique characteristics. So, it is also only banana na apima. Uchim krana only about say no. You don't have much space in there. So now who you sukrana and sort of say apim no. So
Yeah.
you know, it's just a variety or more generated to meet certain need. So we have several varieties, but the common ones are yenim or Ghana. No, I think it's these two, but it's just a different type of variety. If a bimu yusu unuabani say, and I think say it's good for. I don't know whether I'm PC and I say.
Yeah, I say would the ampesi because apem no ya na ebi mo ho a omo de omo enkokomoti no eyi mo aba na nsa na omo di eno menti ase no but no ma no so obi wo ha na so betima ba kire mo de kronti a ye di apem a ye de nsa eyi mo aba no nyina nsa na ye di no menni ana oni aba no so de ubu isu ubu mo a na ese o de ye de
right
o de ko ena apentum so de normal na ye di wo fufuo no Yeah, and what the same say, I think say the same. To me, I prefer apem tum sene, sa apem ni woni aba no.
Aha.
Na ye wo car menko na eseja. Ayeka. Car menko na eseja say ukoye bu boy. Plantain farm na say ukonya be 30 wo mu ana say. But
Yeah.
what who car menko dan be so na me who comment section ho.
Unse wohwe apentuna unse apentuno one characteristic is say unse eye shorter. So eye shorter na eye compact. And also wohwe people like it for the fact say unse say aduano wa so plant no wa it is prone to fall. From about a bi na atofem. So in crofo pen apentuno in such a the reason is that enwa bebre.
Yeah.
So enwa bebre into no it to me a check akra. Asana it falls out. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ma ya the question about we are not ya causing your comedy and so much. Ma ya say, does it still need irrigation when it's fully grown trees? I was told it's very expensive now to do low range.
Does it still need irrigation when it's fully grown? I was told it's very extensive due to low rains. Yeah, I mean, yes. It will still need what they call it, irrigation. So that make sure say first, unsa make us plantain. Just give me 1 minute, maybe about
Okay, Maya, me bacho irrigation in the no matter what in the say sa climate change na ya no. To me, say opportunity say open say ye body phone and quadia. We irrigation at the end of this season, you get your money. If we say, unfortunately, most of our farmers, omo ebo de neba seasonable to say their mango ba no. Enti etwam wie pe na wo a wotimi call irrigation wo de any problem, and that time na wo sa sika no. That time because you do be a body duro ni nyina when your friend body duro when your friend body duro ye ka body duro say na ye ko season na body eba mane bro so a when nyina no betima ton be 30 Ghana baby okwa akra e bi akra no de be man 50 60 body aba mana bro so no, but se body ekwa na body ho yedin because mframa fa eduru opebre na mframa fa na ese body nyina ye condemn no ehọ no body say da ho no. I tell you, someone who abenya to be 200 Ghana every. It was some areas be. I will mean them say sakra. We say we are 200 Ghana every. Because a body of course na omo no ni sano. E sano no motete no my de atonti. Se o pese okọ body mu a na se wo 1 acre to 5 acres be a who opportunity say obeye irrigation a. Our advice is say obeye. Nti o hwe comment ya senior comment di by na pick an idea, make products, package nicely, sell smart and grow bigger. Say me jana de senior comment di by ye say ya ye betimi ekra aye one ade ba ko a eye yi say 1 acre would just 1 acre pen apesa odua uni a capital what me do 1 acre we what me anya irrigation abano we na ye say ye packaging wo a eye so easy say encofotin packaging enti wo do okutwito body ya otwitwa body no na wa package as a supermarket level, but we won't go to supermarket because we could do on after number so. Would you come market? na basa na ensuo ni ho bio liquid ni watch say a fresh one e ba say wotumi ton ene wotumi deliver wan kasa wo fie o garden na wo deliver because say social media yi wotumi e deliver obi bia nipa no to wia na otwa wo body no to wia ene me wo body we say body duro ya da for ya wo hu say picture yi wo se me body we ni me pesa me ton de obi a pe bia no ma me hu wo the price ato so 20 ena apese wo nya free mu wo se me pe me top 5 Ghana wo se me top 10 Ghana wo ya no twetwa no package na de amom eno say the senior comment can eno so a good idea e betimi aboy now pese wo can be for irrigation na ewi ya my senior comment akwa aba
yeah, now make us say regardless of the stage of the plant, it needs water. It's a measure as now can say plantain here, plant beer, it needs a lot of water. So into no beer or enter into plantain farming, you want to make sure sir, you have a source of irrigation. Into say every time cry elsewhere, it still need water so you harvest it. So we should keep that in mind.
Yo, yeah, mommy, mommy Irene. Ebusia for mommy Irene uncle, your midwife farmer. Yene na ye interview ewo ho. Wa hwe ne kokohwe. O kira di kronti a eduru se enkofo midwife ni colleagues nurse for ekọ abrochire no Canada, UK, US no. Adi kronti a ono de decide say on the won kono beka Ghana. Na o kira ye de o ye eni niema or business opportunities and so ni Ghana now person we invest e wo mu no so no and also a opportunity ma enti o hwe me kira kwan ya metimi de number ma no akwa na wo hu ade kura obetima invest wo ne business na wo ye no and also so e boa ma ye nyina ye tumpon Ghana tumpon senior comment mpacho akwa ba
ja boss Mr. Felix Mitchell Mr. Charles Mitchell busianfo nyina
so
yeah we there monkomo Mr. Felix abetire and details na kamenso me pese me de kakra bi ebeka ho enye ono ne side na fu ni de ye ndu ho yesua efiri omo ho ba the amateur to ho na pese me kan bi kakra nti se kwan wo ho de a na chese makasa
open manengo and that's
oh okay media me for say Mr. Felix abetire de na awie no ya ye wa akire no sometimes they go on my say ye hu dia yenye before say I try plantain ne Mr. Felix I can maybe or can plantain chips or can plantain flour bobo or can even like turning it into puddings craft from cola and any maniema sabre bi afi no chance we new beginner ahode ne mu nyedu obetimi beko wanim but bia na o plan nyina ne say obepre so obeye big ones no before say the first thing me say sia obi a woti ana say me what the chance na me nyina ne say I'll start with plantain chips because I know me hu ni say no ne the easiest one betimi ebeshase and the plantain chips na meshase no me plan nyina ne say me hwe bibia any di sika bebre any di niema bebre into plantain chips na ne ade a mefo se ahode ne betimi be hye ase unya bode edru mienu kra na betimi de ahye bibia se ketwa bi ewo ukona bi so anase ufie into I'm just doing this say you be encourage obi ebia no bi ti hono hu dia obaka se mi hu dia menye village nso unim se body timi nyinia na abrea na saikwa whereby ebia obetimi be hye bibia ase and with the plantain chips no so timi packaging ye na usili ni here ebetimi ada hono for a very long time into usha bumper harvest time no now the obetimi a village koko set up joint kakra na wa package wo niam kakra na fabra ti the American and say idea ne de opeke idea na so opeke for now na so opeke de easier so opeke de unhia sika bebre na afei washase plantain chips then we have fresh plantain, green plantain no koko no so ebi mu nso timi use de ye ni nyina ne say obe slice ebia now the wontimi nkoto machine will be used for the slicing no into we use the manual way into we pet other means for a use a day and we have oil so opese we move a little bit ahead of the local market na we honed dana now we betimi ahwe say if we betimi the flavors bi abamo by flavors na say bia ebi wo hon ma bia de nchene ebi wo hon mo a would odi ebia meko se meko bi o spice bi season bi na be pete ho a to give it a flavor ubetimi aye into at least ubetimi nya bi e kura the spicy flavor e bi nso a e kura the regular way no ubetimi aye kakra just to test the market so eno etimi farmer wo there na just say you are good to go into hwema two super wo hia pa ye wuja wo sekan opana abachi wo and we say like the other best sa any bia gloves bia any apron be said be look hygienic na in case obey videos because we are say we promote into say uma area ni look neat keke na we videos because to baby a timi afa then what packaging say see ade bia wontimi packaging a chenchene but per nice we say bia ubetimi ebeye inti endru baby no it will come to a point you can be going for other machines and then your say near money be honoma so cool our China say ubetimi enya na ebia waba be use inti what develop will be we say so ultimate ton start with the local market where we are then later on which may approach supermarkets see schools be our area anymore a baby a bit me beton pa inti hwehwe saa nneɛma no nyinaa na wankasa ebia nneɛma bi a bit me bɛka no advertising it very well now as times goes on so na we grow no and as nneɛma no ɛkɔ no one of the things as say oyɛ ne sɛ kakra na benya na try so be invested we invest in the back into no the bit me be boa be ma would dream na wo no ubet me e bedru ho into no ane bibi kakra na me pese me de eka ho na say yetimi e de sa na ma na eka ho a over some time na say with time no you be hu see betimi grow adu ba bia ye ba be big into me da ma se be brain panifo da ma se
wow senior nyamisha yenso da wase mpenimfo senior comment na ekasa ye no on the comment by no say pick an idea make product package na say smart grow bigger over time no on say or the buy no dey up mre e dey ba o dey be chichire mu no da foforo no o be prepare no dey foforo bi abre on so abecheche niema on so ni nim de ne bi e dey ahya kire nti enyehu kesi bia se de idunu ya na esi hu no even body yasim kra no betimi de fufuo joint enye de bia na ye no banku therapy na yesi na fe de aye no fufuo joint nso so ho na hwe fufuo yesi wo na wo de fufuo yakwakusi wo na wo je 100 Ghana wo so bi ntua
sure
see that comment
we de patcho mere fiade ba kwa na se me pese me kai mi hu ewa ha ba de ma hu se yen ne bu on ma yen ya ye hu so bi ya ade we de sanka ye regular ma hu se body no Spanish for no omu freezy omu twitwa na slice bi but no me research kakra bi am ye ni chese je mom de gu insuom hie mu enti eyese ye we na oma bobo so na ye flat enti ye flat na no ma package no ma freezy Nti anytime bia wo be yi no say fryer mu na ade be sha e be fa say oil mu na ade be gu a e be fa nti omo e wo means no omo check ya no so nhwe because they say kokwa ya chekro omo package e wa hanu mu ukọ shops na be na ya chekoko no na ya package na wo box mu say nkrofo per convenience on pede obebre ho on pede e be che nti bia na obi nso betime look into that area no was storage we say refrigerator bia e bia obetima e bibi sa e wo mu say bia Ghana no nkrofo get used to crana wo na be introduce into na so educate omo emo buy that idea no maybe them we ni nyina ne say ye won am bu whenever it's a convenience no target offices for no target omo mpebre no omo a wokọ adwuma obepon late into opebibi e be fast immediately obedwen that way no obohu so obetimi aye bibi timi dance I think say no ne ade am person dey come but that's a
no a good e pan no can because indomie no normally no omo na edisa indomie no because okwano pan obanwumre na oni time odi be kokko dwom akwakoto niema no afi no betra ase na waye yi make say kwan so bia na bra kwakusu won hia no 8 o'clock won hia no nti opentema ye a oba no ni easy thing indomie na odi asusu si na 10 minutes na odi na okọ no ne bra kwaku apie omoko night crowd nti se de usika no se wutimi ye sa de we se ye a ye hu ya kokko ya chie na utimi epe bibi kakra bi fa ma me hwese metimanya akono de bi betimi deka kokko ya achi ho a ana se senior fere so bibi kan na me hwehwe aka de di beka kokko yi ho
Mr. Comete kasa no the ne point no number 2 no also make a product so ubotumi use plantain for several things. But there's so one gets now figure out what you can use it for to create your own niche. So in that say now me store be na me who plantain no much challenge think no omo de afra granite na or friend cashew nut so and some other nuts normal packaging is fine but who say plantain did them so any a product and a panel who said they were creative and people are buying. So making the product is very important. It's very, very critical. So now to me packaging it nicely, the attraction is very important. Not just any packaging material at all, but something that will attract the customers. So those are the two as I said, Mekanfani and Mr. Comet Ediaba.
Yo senior edawase ebushafo sene no person the shares with ya Mr. Sabri ahwe ho na subscription or Mr. subscribe man sisi ai enye siketua bia why ne like video no unfortunately ya like you nuru the number na ye wo live from sisi Mr. Mother like sisi e ma ya ne nto aso like it to the ohwe aduane e da ho na se woni nye won to won like ya wo de chere comment na se mami why because aduane we aduane bi a your friend is simple Ghana senior your friend say
where Gary and me your friend
enya
Bobe yeah
Eko enu senior comment so na bara go back do I show we ya how many say na obetia no Ghana
ebi omo we do super sure
would you we want to be drive on come from Kumasi to Accra
over that
hey we one yakra no 20 to 30 Ghana ebejo I don't know maybe I'm more exaggerating because
ebi ebebo
Eba
Yeah, because just I think say 2 days or so then Sadiq Adams program so no more compare prices and no more share in Yane. And from the casa na say go be no kra na ansa na bi wo no be ko yi ama na just was spend be say 30 cedis. Enti we so edoso.
Yeah.
Omuyi also omuyi kokko ba ko ketwa ba ko 50 pesos.
Eh?
Yes. Enti we na edoso pa. We edoso.
Senior Bamford. Senior Bamford. Senior Bamford, but what you mean? Okay. Sister Irene, Pacho, midwife or a midwife about Cope. Me Pacho bet mama me price or Ghana to say, go be Mr. And I said, wa, a see a woo fee or Ghana, Mr. O, bet mama a price now. A percent, it me my own idea beer, and don't you know. Said na senior committee can this will be share see near us and near me a cost and son in no ya adwene abaso. Mr. Fenpon user ya moakwaba. Near bo ha ya moment say so bit my share and sana obi ani abaso. Because sometimes when you start it first, you build your momentum na who opportunities no more on be share chire no. Yeah, obi o share chire no ebesua wo. But even no no nsuan enru ba bia waduro no na wo so wonya some tips bia onipa ne twemu se die wonya on this onipa no what did not tell so be building no to a certain level wo dem ma hwe memfa bibi te say drinks here abegu Ghana so many drinks but wo di sebie son nye sebie son po wo di coke ni fanta esi ho a na wo yi other drinks ni sisi ho a drinks ni betwi wo mu akose de wo mu nuru saa no drinks ye sparks you can say you can say and you can sparks wo hwe no a wo yi si ho na wo ko fast sprite ya sprite say wo no sprite original sprite ene ko fa saa ada na kini ejide bia sa wo hwe bibia ase a wo betimi abedi o before so obi ani beba ho ne ho so se ade na wo yensika o mu na wo no duru ba bia wo twene mu tan ya yenye hwe MTN Ghana hwe position o moduru no edin se Airtel mo ne Vodafone ne dade no betimi eduru o mo so mo pade so mo gire o mo edi product bi ba be bro MTN mo ne ni nyama nyina so saa ne sitia pepepe se wotimi hya se kane na PCFM mo hoyi I think so many the first number 1 radio Ghana. Nti wo but said na oba na wo fe na wo bechi omo a after no mahye radio anase obi wo ho na ochinchi wa no de koto no ti said de wo ka na obegina kakra but e dey ya nipa no sa be go back to Peace FM. Ti moma yenya the spirit of starting moma yenya eboye wo enema bebrebe mo. Senior comment na what dey me busa we say I'm the trauma me that we patch away there dey obit much much oh no my sorry I'm the trauma me this me you any free wo na me dey babu fro okay we say
I thought what about to so crap by then no chance and I'm in my crack as I smell me kind and say Minato Amidi. No body be a huntino. I'm sure watching that. May I may young Wedjuma.
Sir,
my body or my body and some or back or a breast style beside the can green.
but where they are unya de ba kubia ingredient ba kubunya minim
Then
so
bomone.
minim
Bomone.
good.
Oh,
Good.
bomone and Casadia, mempedia ba Kobe de mania. Kobe de mania.
But we be say me busa e di ntina ye kro ye de culture mind bi ato so say eto ye ade bi ye de ya mamre sa de yo sina be si ma adwerem. That means a delicacy in tia obia painting or modi man nananom ye ka nananom asem bia na ye de banana we de meto ma obia me de nkini say to obi o.
Where there, maybe Mr. Felix. He knew the reason behind it there.
Ebusuafo me de nkina to munye Mr. Felix ni Mr. Kwame nkwa na Mr. Kwabet nkwa ne nkasa obia me yi na adwen ade ntina eto particularly no ye de ma ye bibi ye na ye de ye nananom de eto ma yi no ye kan simple
Like over there.
afache on say ye ko infantile say baby side ko no mu ye ayi a eno no moto omo ye to no no moto gu ayi no just to do ayi oh
for whatever yeah.
In
For the gods.
like super Gan now those Omo use super for festivals, naming ceremonies, weddings, traditional weddings, and those things. You know. So
Maybe for say sad time, you know, a tour wasn't a regular food omudi. The omudi a ton in your on special days, occasions. Because over here, crana, the guy said, Miss Adibu Honoma, birthday do you say, you buy a top at the amount. Mimi who is a top by yet is a special food be. Aha, inti. Na regular te say ye di fufuo no ne neema no nti occasion bi na ya hweda ya ye eno no nti se ya wo hu se eno no for special nti that is why when they serving the gods no so gods ne special nti ade papa na necessary mo de serve omo aha ene neema sent I think say that is the purpose of it where me amadwen am de afa ho Ebiana obi nim bibia mesrefo soro na betrechire mu
ejedu pacha minim so wuti ejedu brana ebe ejedu brana ebe yi wa no mai mesra wa na me che be yi echechire mu chere because yi pa ana dia ba ko so se omusa se anye nipa nyina na okomu fi na oma ne to a oba ofi na ma ne to obedi o se yesa de to obi se eto yade bi ase bi so aye so obi pese o che obayi a eno so no mo de ye de yi pa iduru ba bi a o se so obi so che obayi no ofufu to ma wo
so a special something.
yeah, I mean, in those times now, it's still considered as a sacred food. So
okay,
yeah, it's considered as a sacred food in the Akan culture, the culture. Until anything that is sacred, piano, then they want to use that food to serve. So I say in that you used to jollof rice for wedding engagement and all those.
yeah,
Those times not they use this food.
okay,
So because they see it as a sacred, as holy. So yeah. Nse nduane bi wɔ hɔ a nyɛ nduane biara na sɛ mefa sɛ those time no woyɛ spiritual person a wodi. So nyɛ nduane biara na wodi. Nti no sɛ nduane wɔ mu no na it was considered as one of it. As one especially made for what do you call it? Those who are spiritually strong. So, internet said, "Ekoban sano," but apart from that, it is very nutritious. So, we prepare in your house, long as it is very nutritious and good. Yeah, but nowadays, some of these things, we don't really regard it that much, But that perception is still there anyway.
In the scene, we say will be a use way as a joint, a to joint. Wherever nipa ne wo Kumasi Accra, na obi no de say a ton kwan obeye. We say enye ye na. Enye good idea.
Those who are traditionally inclined, so those areas where traditionally they see it as sacred food, and it will be a little bit difficult to penetrate.
Okay.
So, but Okoye baby to say maybe Accra, Kumasi, those areas now more heterogeneous our friend cities now.
Okay.
And nobody cares. Obi or crony madakno, obi dina any da, or baby. So
Okay.
yeah.
And men so make us a food no marketing no, and as I getting into the food market no. It do baby as I say we we kakra because one share one a belly metal and yet be a nipa bebree any who send crofo bebree AD inti as we are very careful because at the end of the day we focus on say ade and crofo betimi betu begu so inti tisasa me I would rather have about 2 different dishes.
And yeah, men toss so.
I know, but I won't go into the eto sano.
Okay.
What I say, but this is a business. They met me by any say, me fan say, what come and kinto, your buy aircraft.
Yeah, it's true.
I'll be introducing eto on particular days. Be said, the Bema men crop for a bahon who say, oh, okay, Fridays, your ukwa benya eto. This day, ukwa ubenya say. Until you be noted for that. Until more we are interested in it, those days, no be making sure say obeba. But say yes, but the best way right now, with Ghana marketing there, right now, anything rice is where you should look. When no idea,
yeah,
anything rice is where you should look because offices your target, lunchtime, your target. Omupon na ebi mo hon mo behwe bankunum ne saa ne ma no so but to go on maybe officers or something quick there I mean who say business na wo ye nti say business na wo ye pa dia media mekacho even so also wo ndi am kra na wo pesika dia that is the channel as is oko anything rice no na pa we introduce other ne ma nkakra dia ka ho that would be the best me say when it comes to jollof, say na me personally no. Bibia me fo so obey ho ne ma no dose obey the cost be ne ma no. Tembia madwen say so cut down cost. Inti I won't personally won't start with jollof. But rather no, I will start with fried rice because me am rice. Na me am veggies na me you good to go.
Okay.
So I say but obey jollof na fina obeche and say mu yehwe mo bi kura timi ga say mu bon to say ponchen nam bi wo mu ne ne ma bi say hala no so ni na be had the extra cost nti upeso remu dia when the food we say ne dia me that will be most of the time my advice me de ma incrofo just start with the fried rice and yes be when you love no but start with the fried rice and then easier because I know you can cook it overnight.
Yeah,
amanajo where be mama najo ade chia na afi what kind combinations no e dey afra na just say yeah that is the little I met me I can't when it comes to food yeah na say market near Ghana there don't forget about anything rice before say befa I'm not saying say you can pick a ton it's all about marketing so I say but to me no me strategy there I won't just go for a tour. Before say a bit slow. How many people? My fans depend on the location. How many people na bepe say on my baby theater? So about say me wo be a two even different name crowd or come one. I can't turn one. I know say a tunnel move crowd or that name no be move until I won't single out for one way. But that's it.
Wow. That's it. Nyamishrao. Sister Vic. Sister Vic. Vicky's fast food. So what you can or fast food do betimi de to aka ho. Say this is senior committee kind no. Would the issue was every Friday numere bia no. A top special a night and I say a top special day. Omo office ni nyina na a top special day for omo. Why a ton two or three difference. Men can dear by the dear boy dear. I think say to me, what the cow fast food room beboa. It's a water and car. Consider a osadi pa.
Only the any say me tie pa no. Baby a wo no say offices be wo ho no even or kase wo free. I think so say then Medina line is ho baby.
West Legon.
West Legon. As I now say put the me fan say there's a West Legon offices be wo ho no.
Yeah, no West Legon I say can say boy see we east in West.
Yeah.
Yeah, West Legon baby are you for no school one or
Legon na
university no na a ben gym pants so no Ghana Institute of
to say enu say no ya me hu ye say anka otimi package bi a obetimi a package bi na anka offices or they are called offices ebe pay care of because with the convenience say on Nantemba in here Canada by 11:30 and 11 who be say 100 pieces are set unim say bank we made 10 ko ha we made 5 ko ha made 15 ko ha made say ko ha hospitals wo hokra once and fanura hospitals nurses and any man doctors ni bi wo ho no omu nyina on beto ni nyina ya about packaging so be packaging it now obetimi be on time and no be can omo be nanti aba ne ho no
yeah
see that is where be am for say obetimi a check ahwe
me bona one because I think say a good idea pa say the work no because West Legon hold even omo chira de o honi niema no sa niema ni nyina no so timi ye no package ma omo na omo ko na omo duro na omo pack omo ka na odi ama omo no omo de ko no beboa pa because on say fairly no so your friend Westland Accra
beginning is your pa or kwa monye bebre nko onfa 22 okọ office me koye me supply na asana me say me di 2 iba ba kire mo ahwese mo pe onye manye ni bebre ha ne ho monko ha ne ho nka say 100 no oponye 10 non target 5 offices okọ si we di asana me twam ti me ye aduane e wa ha no say ni nti me ye supplies and so e be a lunch time special ti se mu pe bia say ni na tie no de ne card account no pa wonja obi be say na bi wa ha o say we bi wo honom omo be chi omo be hwen first o the card no be ko na ebi be request na woni bi wo ka mu a ye be hu say de tie ye kana bag bi krawa mienu pe na hyemusi mienu pe na aka me ko ye supply o ba bi na me twem na so no me nimo embe kasa hwe oboa wan ko ye supply ho na no ahya ase e ba Odi ato mu tiri mu se adwuma no unim wo hya ase ache nkrofo age watum o ba bi nti we di aka ase akra na ade bre o mo no eno ano no ukwa no the offices so anu akoye sa how the two akọ nti eno as a sample o mo to no metu aka odi agiska no obi beka so try ahwe no agiska no no di wi o na bet sell ya man nkrofo ye pe immediately no age ne number o se nkrofo mo ye interested no Zebia or staff ni interested I am mama menya wentem the night before and I say the day before no mama me quantity am penament me nyam fambrem and
yeah good idea
where the street bus here We are coming on. Tell them
Tell
we are
them we are coming. Senior, tell them we are coming. Pending for once I bet to us no, Mr. Rosen, no person they share so we me patch subscribe my ne like video no, Mr. That like is a see ne subscribe, ne share because content we say no, you news iko and yes iketua bi na wotua. It also here don't ne subscribe, ne like video no, ne join WhatsApp community or Facebook page or omo aye na mo nya adom. Why? Come enko. Oh, onko no menko ana. Kokofi bobo unye ni moye mpase we de emu mpase ho na enyire eniafo me pese me twe adwene ba de we so picture ya mu hu infoni tama senior Felix ekasa no o kan bibi se body han eye the good one of the good preservation say yetimi de preserve ne aduane ne ade moma yenko ye chisa ankofa me pese e de adwene ko a wo tie me abotimi na business moma yenko ye chi na ebeboye yen san kofa sa old use na no mu use echichiri boy omu use body ahan de chichiri nuane no wo de hwe body ye wa say yi no ene nkate egun yi ade ba ko penti enye makono hono beti ma kire ma de kro
Newspaper no.
me pa chawai
Yeah.
se wo hwe ni yi a we newspaper use one aye mo amunim say the city no Ghana no ne de bibia sa de we ade bia eno so no killing me sropin just
I commando.
I just do call ya wakwama ebusia for je do na aba na nyame ya adom a mesrem ada Wednesday ka bi re yefi Wednesday me bom nkaye bo kai unia ne kai asumesi ne kai asumesi ne kai wadanfo nyame adom Wednesday 30th April 8:00 p.m. Wednesday 30th April 8:00 p.m. ye shemu ase live a surprise ya obeka se me kan surprise ya obeka se me kan eje dum pacho kasa
Me beka o graphic as 17 na wa premier betumi. Now ya ka body and nkati house graphic ndi come na endo when imre o kono mu nsu are njenjen. Ewechi abusuafo ne adamu nyina ase say Felix nyame ne wa ho fama ne nimdi a wo a wo so ebrini abrebia no woni yeche senior comment edase apokron kron zo dia begum nugget ne de ye be pregum na me kan bia kan de wo kan ye no ho se onko offices go ho se ye wo take away packs nkete ni bi ndi wo kope business a wo di freebies ene eko wo cha de a ena wo nya de wo koyi nama ye se yam wo anfa nama ntwe wo dawa no wo ntimi nyi nam nti oye take away packs and nkete ni bi a ebia ya chemu mienu no nti wo jollof rice na wo ya wo di jollof kakra ana fried rice kakra go nchen akukọ nam no instead say nka obetwa full one said ye wo ton no ba ko no wa chemu be miensa wo mani pa na aduane no endru ne yam ebeka ne minim na ne de ni gena nanum nti opebi apia na koto ne yam aje so oto nti wo de sankete no sample no na se shito na wo shito container na wo de ye wadwuma no enye no bi nkete pa no na wate shito ne kitua bi de agum eka ne tekire maso a ede onya obedi bi mba tiketwa na wo de ba na nso ono ana befrew nti wo ye no na wo de wo kada hihye ho okwa so manager we de said o kan no me twam na me yes me fa ha na me de meduane a me yeni kakra bi na wone wo staff mo nche nti bia the onoti counter front desk wa man baako manager no wako manager ho wa ma manager so baako so nkan hwe wo de wo kada kan marketing Oh yes, I didn't know offices mako 5 trust me, acha nansa. Emu mmienu bɛfrɛ wo. Wo ma baako bɛfrɛ wo aka ho na bɛyɛ mmiɛnsa. Woto takeaway packs bɛyɛ 6 egum. Na ɔkyena wonya customer ɔyɛ regular every lunch wo bɛ supply na wo mbɔka. Yɛse to abodo gu nsu ani. Na daakye wo nsa bɛka. Abodo ni bi wɔ hɔ a adwene na ɔbɛfa no. Osua nti ɔbɛkyɛ ansa na wanyin. Nti men expect returns ni nyinaa sɛ woni nipa 10 kasa nipa 10 ni nyinaa bɛma positive results. No. Ebi wɔ hɔ a ɛmba ntɛm. But ɛsɛ sɛ wote aseɛ sɛ adeɛ bi a woyɛ no ɛyɛ daakye nti ɛnyɛ sɛsi a yɛbɛsrɛ. Sɛ woyɛ na woyɛ ne yie a ɛtwe. Na Charles ka bi ma men correct adeɛ bi wɔ ha. Sɛ ɛtɔ no ɔnyɛ no sɛ Friday night anaasɛ weekend. Mepakyɛw ɛtɔ yɛndi nanadwo. Ɛtɔ yɛndi ɛtɔ anadwo. Because ɛtɔ twi wɔ anadwo a agye nyame. Ɛtɔ yɛndi nanadwo. Ɛtɔ ɛne ngo ɛne nam. Nti ɛyɛ mostly traditionally ɛyɛ wia aduane a yɛdi na wia. Ɛna ɛtɔ no ɛnyɛ sɛ obi kɔtena sɛ medi ɛtɔ yɛ aduane bi a ɛte sɛ ɛyɛ ayɔnko aduane bi yɛnhyɛ da ntena sɛ deɛ yɛdi fufu ahyɛ yɛ fuma no. Ɛtɔ ayɛ no ho te sɛ dessert anaasɛ mɛka ne sɛ snack. Nti sɛ wahwɛ a wokɔkuma ase ne adeɛ a mmaa na ɛtoto mɛnkani ne bɔɔdeɛ no sɛ ɔmo de asanka aka ho. Nti wodu hɔ na wopɛ sɛ ɔntwi mma wo a obɛtwi tɔ no ma wo kwan no ho hɔ a na ɔde ngo no agu so no a de kɔɔ bi no aka ho de nkateɛ aka ho pɛ nkosua a agye nkosua kakra fi nkosua wura bi hɔ na ɔhyɛ kwan no ho na ɔde bi ato so ama na wode ayi wapayɛ na ɔde payɛ kakra aka ho sɛdeɛ ɔde ato so yɛ na ɔde kɔ ɛnyɛ adeɛ a wobɛka sɛ meme joint na ɛtɔ nko ara na meyɛ daabi. Ɛtɔ no yɛ based on request. Nti ebia bɔdeɛ na wototo na so obi ba deɛ ɛma ɛtɔ yɛ slow ne yɛ sɛ mostly yɛ consider ɛtɔ sɛ yɛ nkwalaa aduane anaasɛ yɛ ɔmo ntimi nwesa bɔdeɛ no a anaasɛ mɛnkani no a akyenkyen no. Nti ɛwɔ sɛ wohu sɛ ɛyɛ very ayɛ de sɛ ɛyɛ cultural thing anaasɛ ɛyɛ adeɛ bi a wobaeɛ sɛ woka bi hwɛ. But ɛnyɛ adeɛ sɛ yɛhyɛ da tena ase sɛ ha joint ha ɛtɔ nko ara na yɛyɛ. Woka sɛ woyɛ ɛtɔ nko ara na kyerɛ sɛ w'ani mmereyɛ wo no wonyɛ sɛ wopɛ sika. But ɛyɛ biribi a wobɛyɛ na ebia nkurɔfoɔ aba wo restaurant woadidi ɛtɔ no abɛyɛ te sɛ snack. Nti wayɛ ɛtɔ kakra bi asi nkyɛn ɔmo di aduane bi wɔ ɛtɔ kakra wɔ ha ne moaba amammerɛ kwan so no mongye ɛtɔ kakra na momfa nyɛ na wode agu small containers mu na wode spoon bi ahyɛ ho na ɔmo ade bi nti obi pɛ bi more a wobɛtumi ayɛ bi ato ama. But woyɛ ne saa woyɛ sɛ wode ɛno nko ade anyɛ. Trust me. Me we a top business owner, me invest in business because me say a slow and MPK. But you better say, I'm say, body one sem na yeka, body and the any ma be bring. Body I buy, and now work one sem. I have fresh plantain leaves here too. No more diffi Panama ni Mexico eba habeton. And you try a dia share rubber, a dia share fridge. Said the beya and dry. Indeed, we call restaurant to be California. Plate no cry serve aduane wo mu no. Etwa body ahaban ne de atom. Ansa na yate aduane na gu so. Nti wodidi wo body ahaban no so. Enye direct contact with the plate and answer with the plastic no. Ne nyina ye part of enema ma yen no ase ye ya brofo chen broni na nkasa. Nti nyama bi wɔ hɔ a broni ne yɛ no koraa no woka bibi ne ngye nni sɛ bɔde ahaban yɛtɔn wɔ ha anaasɛ yɛwɔ restaurant wɔ ha wodeɛ I mean, financially, her program make also now. I think some a picture of a beer me go to store. Na hwehwe na me nsa kan sa de we program na me de be match so de beto so ni na mo bi hu se de tie de body na ye bu no body no sika wo krom ha me mete no ye to body mienu betem mienu nsa na ntiantia mienu no e $1 eno kwa na efu ni nsa tia mienu no e $1 me bi efu pa no sa na ye to no to one box na e wo wholesale na the whole box is about $50. Nti wo ye body ho bibia no ye mu no kwasia ene mani wi egu omutiri so no dodo na na ye body fiber na ewu mu no ena omode ye sade body ni dua ye de twitwi ese odi bidie to so a antibiotic bi anchen no yesu no ne ye bro ye de twitwi ye nananom ye de bidie to so de twi ese kaka na woda but ne ye jaye no kaka ene o ka je bibini o ka je wo nyonko Ghana ni se onfa bidie ento ne toothbrush so onfa twitwi ne se abaka kiro se ye tete kwa but oko Amazon na ye free bibi active charcoal bronin ashibia a woni mu dua korompo edidin ato so se ye active charcoal eno ye tonable odin e bi $25 e bi $30 ye wo charcoal tablet ni capsules wo ha ye yam bidie ni tumudi agum ene ye hyehyɛ ye to body ni dua no nsuo kura wotwa dua no so a nsuo na efiri mu ba no e duro body na haban sayare e de bodokono ko nte odokono na ya no nte odokono na wodi dokono na wusa nka wu because body no mu aduro ni nyina na edidi akọ dokono no mu na ehun aye brown sa no enye se ehun aye fi e duro na wodi se wonu abode na wodwa bode na keke na wonu a kwese de bode ampesi ne tie o pada pro twitwa bode no ne hunu ne nyina hohoro na no a wona haban no kwese de isitie bode ho hia akwa bi video am hu no ba bi se bode o ye de na ni age nti mi te bode nka na mi di bode chen ba yere mi di bode chen nti ɛho hia sɛ yɛ nyinaa no yɛmfa yɛ ho ndim wowɔ afikyire baabi a wotumi dua bi wɔde wotumi dua no bucket mu wotumi dua no drum mu wowɔ afikyire wonni asase a flower bed na ɛwowɔ yɛ fie na yɛduadua yɛkɔtotɔ ayi nkube saa kube no koraa wadua na nso adua
Hello. Hello. Okay. Ebusiafo. Ede ejedu ka no. Nyame ya adoma 30th April na me dia beto ase no. Omu ye meeti wo SOS 8 p.m. Friday no about inti so far but me person believe this as a curious thing. Why the be share no nyame ya adoma 30th. And guess what? Say nipa no. The Friday about no be hu nipa kro. Enro bi ating yo chinyampa na nko enyumna de na Friday na ready na mgbe hu nipa kra Friday ye ne no ebeshia enti mamo me si nyame adom a Friday Wednesday at this come 30th April ye ne no ebeshia na ye ne no aye live no for special event no enti mamo mo yere emfi mo ma ye make ensevu me you know yensevu this date ento sanso na nyame adom so a ye beye Friday so no enso so no ye me communicate nyame adom up to Thursday na say ya maximum when Thursday no and no the Tuesday me the topic and so about Friday and so another one and so mama yenye de ye enye de yenkai say be ebeboa say no ye try say every time bia no ye betimi di ade foforo edem sonko ebebre mo nyame ya dom so a mesha se ewo Facebook na menyi date nim to date na aka mintimi ye na no so no Facebook no typically only Facebook page no ye me program bi a me pese me de ba ho na yetimi eye eho so adwuma ewo only Facebook page no enti no wo a un join Facebook your page SOS Facebook page me so se bo modern say we a oba join SOS Facebook page because me nyanyi specific date but eguso a me ka ne me see anymore me peda foforo a be only life wo for a special ade bi a ebeboa ye man ye ye man nti na ma me bre no said be ye benya entuma pefra so many times I'm teaching for ka na China for na Lebanese for na way omu nyina be guma obi e bibi but the omu ye no omu nuru bi e ntimi entwa wo. The only thing say we have to pursue in order to overtake, in order to overcome them, I will say they pursue. Now to pursue, I will say you move together. Because I may fa tema na wo fa boro sankore na wo fa bodomase na wo fa na enu said the tema de enu koduru akra no na bodomase de no onye nduru ba bia sankore de kwa de ne obeda ansan woduru akra but say nyina yetimi tu na mobom dia ebeboa amna ye enti no wo a woni follow your Facebook page no me so bo modern so we a obe follow na ye share life na se wo honso so a for specific program an kasa titiro no mo so motimi enya aye ana ye wo ejedu so ayi a ni YouTube channel a hoso so no oma motivation ye kano ejedu dive aya meta share ewo senior committee de ababeto ehokra o ha o hwe sa ya YouTube ya yejedu ano ani follow na eye na de oye ya se oye bibia otie live story what you see on ankasa ne live story na ode de edit for eno so no yesi obi ni mu obi ye de obi kire na emprempi ni esua free de odi eni so ye de ekan ye hwe ha senso a ye wo farm the light tv Mr. Charles mi ankasa mi name on so no o ye farmer wo Ghana o mpreko o nwa on so farm ankasa odi mu ye on so de o chere on so chere practicals on mpreko ni side no o mu feed mu how to maintain them and one the same thing on so na otaka safa stock marketing so no kwa o introduce me although mintimi enhye bi ase de but on the twim adwene my advice say bo modern fa wa adwene koso na no so be de ebeboa nti Mr. Charles me chiao na me so wo dwum nti no me chiao na busiafo Mr. Mother when you work with a business minded people na there be no sua de foforo da wan sua de no sada no dankote ne kan sa asem we say or say I've tried as much as possible say before say meko akwakoda no na mesua de foforo a different thing enti bomodi na use society over to so life so say before you sleep ask yourself say what's your bibi ene what's your different thing e wo abrabom enyem na mekan dankote ne kan the same dankote na o kan say ba ko bi or say it taken from 30 years to become who he is and 30 years but ene wotie omu Nigerian for the African young boys na obia within a twinkle of an eye just overnight obia person be so no but I say it's impossible possible unless you're fortunate enti kakran na say akoko ede odinunsuo Mr. Wodi Brain say I think say only be last eje do mpacho wa bana eje do okay mpacho about me ka say eje do okay me show di bre me mpacho akwa ba senior
Yeah. Share it. Penny mechichi obi bia. Ja we de ba se mbaba mechichi wenye bebre bia na mbaba beka. Penny na brobro so da. So mo kan nyina. Di ade bia e be share ya. Futu ni e de mayo. There's always an avenue. Nipa ubetumi aye bibi. Ghana no ya na see before na nkasa nye Ghana kwa. Na changing or doing something na this is na ubusa body ho de teacher innovation. Sometimes you find me maybe try na find so na we dey me find thing. But sometimes it depends on how I will be folding. I remember say I'm sure I saw program so and I should be a program China for your body ya almost food in a certain way. No mind nice some the packaging. I do packaging. To your mom to and say body is what why and camera watch it with the Nkati and could become more. Why body no run packaging no people for square behind the camera. No packaging that. What if you call shops Mr. Comment they will buy it. If it will attract somebody to buy it. So, and in terms of farming, yeah, now we more kind. Felix Bachelor body. Body who has some of the oversee a simple, but a cook also. But sometimes we don't pay attention to it, and I believe say me collaborate me kai say papa. It helped a lot. You call baby and amount possible. They couldn't to India. It was known to that area. So many fish ponds. And near more farm. Na never see a pen able to me. And papa the body a corona. A beji chrono. We are starting to be about at least. Even if you are not doing it, say, oh, yeah, for commercial, at least it will be able to support your budget. It will be able to support your budget. To yen baku you or feature it will be able to support your budget. Now follow the trend that to be able to support your budget. Na kakra me de be kan be say we have to learn to work together. It is now can be say opinion ABCD. No so 1 2 3. Kabomwa you form two different letters and I say different words between A1, between A2, between A3. You can use a kabom because back only 1 2 3 and back only ABC. Between so many varieties of film. If we don't learn to work together, another be I say in one year. If he has to bring out IBM for far you would think say be our boy, but obi anywhere or succeed here sometimes before na ya for say essence we sikana we do sika buy anything but there are people who needs to help you. As the youth, if they will learn, we will learn how to work together. Bra Charles will teach. Bra Felix in knowledge. Bra Comet knowledge. They use Bra Charles page to project certain information. You'll be answered. There's working together. Who are sassy? Who needs to carry the baby? Our down for be a one channel, no sican, so you other agenda with me. Who didn't you can benefit. Oh, yeah, well done. We BB ideas no why you well then? But be to me a sketchy design so to me well then. Into wow sketchy design. anywhere your wedding nipa na sketch design not their bro that's why no agya tum so wampa and can nipa na sketch ya come swing to me yet to me na mo share profit at the end of the day you grow together carpenter ni ubo we carpenter ni we start ball in kunyan getting bebre unya design bia obi betumi ya design bi so betumi a kire how design betumi twetwe na betumi ya dey akikabo baby na omu nyina no omu ntumi fa dadua embodue. If these three people are coming together betumi create a nice furniture it will sell so uni meduane no but getting the tools na the ben one anyhow bi so we sika no betumi get tools work together betumi aboa nyina wo betumi aboa eti me ba ya na dia me ba ha kekese dia me ba ba be champion fu ahia na me siwo ba me bonwura me dia me nchia because me ba so ache me ba so ache eti ye te Ghana na dia me bra pani bra Charles Ghana hodo and was say any time we hwe any time da ho a ni ba bi oti ni be ni time by this time ko adan kaye but was say any mraba that means in together no we can all come together and do something positive. Iti yensua enfree ho yenfree ho na small a person am kan kura mpusi ya nusu ya nusu. You can start it marketing the building but at the end of the day organization and marketing should be top notch. What are you doing for it to be? You must say now it's more of birthday and me festivals and not omoye and anomodema omoye but you can still make it look good. You may not be popular but somebody started something. Somebody have to start something and somebody have to grow it. It is a baby beer. There should be one step and very far can there's what to mean to 1,000 miles because we really to one step of that. You have to take the first step. And that first step when you are first step when you are before because the mentality is saying I'm a koyena anye year. The koyena almost 3 years. I remember say Ghana first near a mutual special. That's Sundays corner beer you can find it a mutual special. About corner mutual one a mutual in cutting quine, mutual ni aban quine, mutual ni catikunto, a mutual ni abacatikunto, a mutual like Nina mutu. Baoko then Crofua Sumwa and Yadeketwa. Nina brand and marketing they pushing. So over start over ready, but at the end of the day, start where your weight can. Who the investors be an committee can find it. Idea here less labor and less capital. Because we are doing capital, less labor, less capital. And as sincerity goes to Nisikana Quacotona, who to me at Kuramu beer, if you are tomb or dear national tom. So me quack start with. I'm far away free me now cotton we are do sikabe bro who didn't crema ni pana you do the whole thing but at the end of the day you could your car back to back by the time you realize no one set it up pepe where dear you buy ya nchiemu na I'm big on working together na hopefully you be a brachas be me akonya na baba bachiramu working together be as Ghana for between Abua and amount for working together is big for me. But that was it, Rachas, for the opportunity.
Yo, senior. Yenso that's in Yamin Shrow. On so ceremony, Emra or on the aperture. Ebusian for sending no first and the share so here. Begging say ube subscribe or channel no amaye na ube like video no so na ube share and so adi ama afoforo adi abe share the channel no it's an opportunity for obi aso be share we are ye kanima ye kanyina no wo na ebia entimi mwawa who know say onyonko bi ebetimi abo na ama na fa mu bibi Nti moma yɛmmoa na yɛnyɛ yɛbɛma yɛn papa yɛn pani yɛn senior akɔ aba na wɔde yɛ aba abɛwie ɔbɛni
na popo te sɛ ɛtia wo biara me ne panel no nyinaa
nyame adom yɛn nyinaa yɛ ho yɛ
So,
agya do ɔpani aba wɔ so ɔkyea wo
ɔsɛ
na meka kyerɛ agya do sɛ ɔpani aba wɔ so ɔkyea nam sɛ bɛ wɔyɛ busy ɔkyea
ɔsɛ kyerɛ na mete sɛ ɔdrop it off
yeah
well a nice topic I think say last week the year bunch na near the body ato aso na nti well na odi fufu ato sin say the no ano you know your friend say ni ane na mo ka no it's legal obi abebie o say chrome mo say a friend o say chrome join to say bisa oye ni nyina bi oye to oye gulu oye aprapransa oye gibi oye ni one funny thing say saa ụmụ business na ọmụ ihe busy no ya na saa nnuane wei na yɛde tete wɔn
yeah
but
yeah
wɔn nyɛ bi ni
yeah
etu onipa koro na ahyɛ da bebie ne joint no wɔ IPS ɔno East Legon side hɔ na yɛ wɔ hɔ no ɔde to bayerɛ ne kofi I mean aduane bi a wusua na mefa sɛ bi aprapransa nyinaa wɔ hɔ biara bi wɔ and Ubana cars I have parking wɔ hɔ the type of cars ɛnyɛ nkola nti no adeɛ deɛ sɛ woyɛ na woyɛ ne yie ɛyɛ traditional food na ankasa don't think say the youth no jump on to fried rice nti no market ube lose market no ama ɔmo nim adeɛ ɛyɛ quality sɛ ɔmo baabi ɛhyɛ biara no who advertise wo ya you get your market
wow
na saa o say krom ho no okwa me say eyi esawufo nyina ho de aduane na esabu wa yuam o kra ho and now you know it brings you back to the way and now we nim send ya say aduane no me serve no say o mo ma o aprapransa na ye tito tubas ye tito eyi mu abai mu I na need your proposal to me.
yeah
I don't be a chicken mount. And your folk and school, Miss nine police animal, no, there. Would you find me doing I know say your sacrum they started. And I'll quite each one be said, and one, no, I mean, you see all these things. And I'm saying, hey, because yeah, baby, I drive free, I call home. I'm here, baby, a mouth for free, I'm about home. Yes, I get one on the
yeah
na it na ukoko no hu sa niema na ho senia ube fufu ube ji niema no wani mra ho so no na ayu ado na be 300 to 500 enye me say easy and my wife we able to be number could be a sister series 50 no plate no now na be 400 500 but who to me say we di dia ma ho ato I didn't know I was say so big and we I'll drive over here.
sir
And you know, send your air cano. I gave you our baby piano. The woman yellow. The woman year with our local products now. I always say we shouldn't be running towards maybe I make an internet setting now. You be international as you before. Satisfy the need at home. You make money. Because this guy, one funny thing I want to say, most of the ingredients in Ghana, it's Ghana. If you say you took it to one, I say your budget now you're raising taxes in a year. If I don't obey,
Debbie
I don't let me wonder say, hey, if you to me now, told me I do what it should be over. So it's a good he say about bringing your people back. But I'll find the evidence, no, and go inside. Now I'm out for who say I'm out for we don't necessarily have to jump to say yeah the commodinize it. Yeah, sometimes no stand for no crowd it is bread and say what modernizing here.
Yeah.
How modernizing here, you have to spend a lot of money. And the bread is a capital, I will say you can say, but the local base now. You know, when you cost to now you need penny for which I get the customer service. And you were talking about saying baby this yeah. Right now what I see is say I gave you the best when you should be asked yeah. Once a wushi and one day no. Sir it's obeying the books now at trouble. And it should be the basis for everything we are wushi. So because Abrabomu and Yemen in our South and now no Meleno Kasa near here you know. Catch him say we say a project our from place 400 hectares animal feed. With what we say on some books in the Yama and yet sometimes no sa the one on one I'll say I'm out for book no I don't know. There are maybe will be a name I'm you about animal farm, you know, any real estate. There is nowhere I may spend this I meet on YouTube near American entrepreneurs near the idea. Major sa additional. And it's something that I make a big difference in my life. When the moment Mr. process, you know, and how we went through. It is sometimes because you dealing with your promo. And yes, we are dealing your first year your boy. Of course, here before I'm meeting me, so it's not my third time in America. My third time, my business. Mr. Tim goes farm as an emission is okay. So, but so be more practical knowledge today. Inside the enemy need a Ghana. I man me bo kebi. And Sana me baba be hunu. They would say if I had that knowledge, it is so what who's no next be a unya started and after unyen to level be when people starting making profit say be a 10,000 cities, 100,000 cities every week be a and the unyen and most of the name na can in look at name. Media the American say I just be brand new show heading on. Sound life lessons now they my any books no at all. Let me have been coffee. I give you a bit more happy about to keep you on. But when you brew, Ababono, Obi and the Kuma. I was so young, because your disadvantage is the yeah, especially any one. Disadvantage is the if you also be doing no, I'm when I'm real so good here. You never check stories. Now they are putting. I'm telling you, and then me the way. We are not. Maybe I'm not playing. We are not joking here. So, the woman be I didn't lose the no. Didn't I know sing away any. Then they go to us here. Well, and I'm afraid I've been working at 70 something. And then no, the best thing the life is gone. So, so what to be do say? Don't spend the time say what is okay when you're over here again that was almost different. Yeah, maybe we know because Mr. Highways in a person 100 and something 80 miles per hour. But when you have to I'm still talking on the phone and driving. And you're paying now. Your name is to Ghana. You're near break. There's no more money break. Fine. Okay, boss. To the who say I have a catch 2 hours time. You know. Mayena. Yes, Namaya Duma. This week, you know. They say, yeah. Maybe I need to have a bunch.
Yo, senior. That's in your mention. Ebusiafo safe na waba no abe join na menko like my na subscribe video no enso so ye de e kan o mai me pa chawada join Facebook page no ne WhatsApp community so no beboa wo e de e pani aka no nyame ya adoma Wednesday 8 o'clock p.m. share on live na your host to be a special host to be a me nkasa nyame adona life you know fryers in ba ena bia be hu se bia me be se me body din but fryer ye guso ye fryer no e be out nti Wednesday nyame adoma this coming Wednesday 30th muma yenhia live for a special event muma dey say be share 8 o'clock nti bobi bia mane a oni no todo na nim say only Friday in kon live but we dey bobi amane say nyame adoma Wednesday yebeshia Friday so ye beto so say the bia no ye wo ye weekly live session no enti omomode say nyame adoma Friday we so no obema ye shia na saa so na ya ye videos bebrebe videos here making enra as an entity me post one of about goat farming no ye sister ba ko hu ye ohwe na ni je ya no so meshe media ase enti kono kohwe SOS channel no videos be about livestock and crops ni nyina no from how to prepare your land to how to start your farm enti ni nyina ebi ho ena ye was successful entrepreneur stories nso so a omo masha ase omo business omo challenges omo fair omo any strategies omo fa ye a omo timi come out overcome ye no ni nyina ho last yani sister Vicky fast food from USA not US from USA to kuma Accra obabi fast food a ekoso de fe aye ho advert kakra ama no sister Irene instead say ko be ko Canada na say UK na say US no we decide so better Ghana upon a profession or as a midwife nurse what ye business ka ho wa kire kwan ya obi obeso ye business na so obi obeso ko ye midwife so video no recommend so be and sign na why na ko ye midwife no wa kire odo back to school man as bisa ye de besia share on next video media me first watch video ni we be comment na be like video no so be boa mi shiro obi bia e wo mre pa wanya ma SOS muma yenyini mom na yitwa na mom na yitwa na bobom a dudu bi enso ye benyini anya mrepa ni yedie afa ntuma pa efra onyame shira obi bia so person ni di nkomo a me de link na to utimi fa so ye krosu life ne de ye betima to so di nkomo o kire share my next video bye bye